Saturday was a day when monkeys and men with yellow hats return books and get new ones.
A whole building full of books. What could be better than that, huh, George? Are you excited to get a new book, George? Adventurous Henry is one of my favorites, too. Maybe you should check it out again. It's called renewing a book. People do it all the time.
George was thrilled because the man with the yellow hat had only read the book to him 18 times.
That's strange. I don't see the librarian. Mrs. Dewey? Huh.
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry for the mess. My work keeps stacking up.
George would like to renew a book, please.
I sure wish I had someone to help out today.
Something tells me George is available.
That's stupendous! Thank you, George.
George, I have some research to do. Will you be all right here by yourself? Well, then I'll be back in a few hours. Be a good little monkey librarian.
Okay, George. Would you mind going through this pile and separating out the DVDs?
George soon discovered that he was a super fast movie grabber and a super fast book scanner. And a super fast pencil sharpener.
Mrs. Dewey, please report to the main library immediately. 5 book clubs have arrived, all at once.
Oh, dear. I'll be back as soon as I can, George. Until then, it looks like you're in charge. Huh? You're a terrific helper.
George was in charge of a library. George wondered if he should put the rest of the books away. It seemed like something a monkey in charge would do. George had put the books away in record time. This librarian stuff was easy.
Hi, George. Where's the librarian? Oh, I see. Can you help me find Hundley's favorite book? It's called Dachshunds and Dandelions. It's a small yellow book. It's usually on this shelf.
A yellow book? No problem. George was very familiar with that color.
Nope, not it. Nope, and nope.
There were a lot of yellow books.
No, no, no. That's it! Dachshunds and Dandelions. See? Thanks, George. I'll check this out in the main library. Goodbye.
Finding books was hard. When the man with the yellow hat told George he was bringing home a wondrous animal called a chameleon, George decided to surprise it with a gift.
Hi, George. That's terrific. It looks just like Jade. Take a look. Yeah, Professor Wiseman and I rescued her when she lost her jungle home. She's, there. See? Look, she's changing color. Chameleons can do that. See, she's usually green like her jungle surroundings, and that's why we named her Jade. But under the sun's rays, she got warmer, and that made her change color. Watch. Chameleons change color when the temperature changes. And sometimes when their mood changes, too. Anyway, today Jade will get a new home at the zoo. That is, if I can convince Dr. Chroma that she's the kind of rare chameleon he's been looking for. Yep, I've already prepared my speech. Now I just need to pick up some posters. Hey, do you want to feed Jade while I'm gone? Oh, great. Her food's on the table. Just drop in a few pieces and she'll do the rest. Thanks, George. Bye-bye.
Jade had an amazing tongue. George wondered if he could get his tongue to work like that. George had left the cage open. And now Jade was gone. There was no way for George to get to Jade. He'd have to find a way to get Jade to come to him. Introducing Squeaky. What chameleon could resist? Nothing brought out the puppy in Hundley like a squeaky toy. The squeaks were coming from George's apartment. George hoped that Squeaky would lure Jade back to her cage. All he could do now was wait, quietly. On a hot day, it's a good idea if both you and your garden get plenty to drink. That's why the man with the yellow hat was making orange juice, while George watered the garden. Sort of.
Hey, George. George! How about taking a bath to wash all that mud off?
George was puzzled. Did the bathtub run out of water?
Hey, George, I'm not getting any water downstairs. How about you? I'd better call Mr. Quint.
George didn't understand why not having any water led to Mr. Quint digging up their yard.
Seeing as how I can't offer water, how about some fresh OJ?
Oh, wouldn't say no to that.
So, how's it look, Mr. Quint? Did our well run dry?
Oh, no. Just a broken pump. You got plenty of water down there.
Huh?
There's water under the dirt, George.
Huh.
Yeah. Now, this here is your house. That's the water.
Huh.
And to get to it, all you have to do is dig a well.
Huh?
Yep, a well. See, a well is just a hole in the ground that's deep enough to reach water. And a pump, like that one there, suctions the water up and out. That's sort of like the way you're using that straw. Every time you suck on it, you're pulling the orange juice up out of your glass.
See, this is actually an old pump, George. Years ago, people either did their washing here or used buckets to carry water inside. Water would get sucked into this pipe and then come out here. Yeah, just like that. Except you're not allowed to play with your food. Nowadays, an electric pump sucks up the water and sends it through a long pipe straight into our house. Easier than buckets, huh?
Well, your house won't be seeing water for a few more days, I'm afraid. I have to order you a new pump.
A few days? Well, I guess that means we're going back to the city, George. Some of us still need a bath.
There are those who appreciate a clean lobby. And then there's George.
Okay, go straight in and run a bath, George. Hello? Oh, Professor Wiseman. Oh, yes, that does sound serious.
Only one octopus?
Hey, George? I have to go help Professor Wiseman. Don't forget about that bath.
George decided that the best thing to do was to put all his toys in the tub.
Hi, leave a message when you hear the... George?
Hello? Is anyone there? I just wanted to make sure you saw that orange fly eye slipped under your door. We have to shut off all the water at 4 o'clock, which is... now!
George thought Professor Wiseman's beach house was great. This time, it was even greater because George had brought Yorbo, the friendliest robot ever.
Searching. Item found. Yorbo is great, yes?
Yorbo's next job was to help George and the man with the yellow hat pack a lunch for the beach.
No, not... Look out! Oh, sorry, George. I'm listening to an audiobook, The Slimy Sea Monster from the Sea. It's great and scary.
George didn't understand how something could be great and scary.
Thanks. Now, are you ready for a long hike to the beach? Ta-da! Hope we don't run into any slimy sea monsters. Whew.
George couldn't think of a better way to spend the day than exploring the beach with Yorbo.
Keep items in here.
Say, George, you want to go swimming?
Ooh, good idea.
Sorry, Yorbo. Robots can't swim.
Could you read the manual again, please?
Well, George, if Yorbo was made of plastic, like your bucket, or wood, like this chair, he could go in the water. But Yorbo is made of metal, which rusts when it gets wet. And rust is very bad for metal, because it does this. Last monkey in is a rotten turnip. I guess a storm is coming. Correction, the storm is here. Quick, George, let's get inside. Made it. Okay.
George thought it would be fun to sit inside a cozy house and watch a storm with the man and Yorbo.
George, you can't go outside when there's thunder and lightning. Oh, Yorbo is out there. Don't worry. He'll get wet, but we'll clean and dry him before he has time to rust. As soon as the storm quiets down, we'll go get him. Hey, how about a game of tic-tac-toe?
George usually really enjoyed tic-tac-toe, but this time he couldn't get his mind off Yorbo.
Wow, the storm really did a number on the beach. Don't worry, George. Yorbo's a tough little robot. We'll find him. Under the seaweed? Could be. Okay.
But Yorbo wasn't under that seaweed. Or any of the seaweed.
Okay.
On sunny, snowy days,
Go!
George usually got up bright and early. But this day, he discovered that Bill had gotten up even brighter and earlier.
Hey, George! Snow blocks. I'm building a house out of snow, although the correct term is igloo. Yep. I'm trying to earn my Sprout badge in winter camping. And to do that, I have to build an igloo and sleep in it overnight.
Suddenly, that was exactly what George wanted to do. Build an igloo and sleep in it, just like Bill.
You want to help me? And sleep in the igloo, too? Why not? Let's get started. George, that's not the proper technique. Guess I better show you. City kids probably don't know much about non-mortar construction. first thing you do is mark a circle in the snow. That's your foundation. Then you take the biggest blocks and fit them together like this.
Bill showed George how to build up the igloo walls block by block, making sure that the top layer overlapped the bottom.
Yep. And when we're all done, we can just smooth out the inside.
As they built it up, the igloo started to look like a volleyball cut in half.
See? We keep shaping these blocks and put them all the way around until there's just a small hole left in the center. And we fill that with a large block called a keystone. You have to cram it in so it'll hold the walls in place. Now, I'll just make a few air holes. And once we fill all these cracks with snow, it'll stay pretty warm. Yep, we're done. Let's go check it out.
George was so excited. He had never been in an igloo before. The inside of the igloo was smaller than George thought. He had wanted a fun igloo. One that was big enough for a bed and a tuba and his friends. Sort of like his room, only better.
You want to build your own igloo? Sure, I wish I could help you, but I gotta fill up these cracks and then do my chores.
So George started on his second igloo of the day, with help from the man with the yellow cap. But this time, he built it wider and taller and brought in some furniture.
Wow, good window. Are you sure you want to spend the night in here, George? Okie doke. I guess it's time to make the cocoa.
Hey, George, how's it? Whoa, this is huge. You put a bed in here? And a sofa? Wow. The only thing is, it might get cold at night. The bigger the igloo, the colder it gets.
George wasn't worried. He figured he'd just wear his coat to bed.